Hi, my name's Deborah. I'm one of the nurse practitioners at Bucks Healthcare Trust. And today I'm going to show you how to make rock cakes, and it's from a recipe given to us by one of our patients, Elizabeth Wright, who's a regular patient at one of our injection clinics. Also like to say thank you to Tesco's for supplying all our food for us today. This is a basic, simple recipe, so hopefully everyone will be able to follow it. You start by popping your oven on at 180 degrees, and if you get a baking tray and line it with some baking paper so you're all ready to go. So first thing we're going to measure using the scales, the talking scales, is 8 ounces of self-raising flour. So,
0.
and it should let us know when we get to 8 ounces.
6½ ounces. 8 ounces.
Perfect. So in with that we'll pop 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So it doesn't have to be precise, but 1 teaspoon of baking powder in there.
8½ ounces.
And then
0.
take the sieve, and all we're going to do is just sieve it into a bowl. And then the next thing we will measure is our butter. So we want 4 ounces of butter, which hopefully will be quite easy to work out because that's half a pack of normal butter. You can use margarine if you wish. So
4½ ounces.
just slightly over, but that will be okay. And then you're going to pop that in your bowl. And then what you want to do, using your hands, and you might just want to cut the butter up a little bit just to make it easier, is to rub it together. So anyone that's done pastry making before, it's a similar idea. So you just want to rub it together until you make some breadcrumbs. And because you're going to rub it together like pastry, you don't actually need to soften the butter too much before, which is always quite handy if you forget to get it out of the fridge before you're baking. As you're rubbing it together to try and make the breadcrumbs, if you're trying to feel for where the biggest lumps are, if you give your bowl a little shake, the big lumps will come to the top. So then you can find those to rub in. So once we've got our breadcrumbs there, we are going to add sugar, egg and some milk and our sultanas. So we want 6 ounces of sultanas, or you can use any dried fruit, whichever you prefer.
0. 2 ounces. 4 ounces. 6 ounces.
Lovely. So 6 ounces
0.
of your dried fruit, 2 ounces of granulated
8
sugar,
ounces. 0. 1 ounce. 2 ounces.
lovely. 2 ounces of granulated sugar,
0.
1 large egg, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk. So you can add a bit more if it doesn't mix together well, but you can start by adding 3 tablespoons. And then you literally just mix that all together to make like a cake dough. It's quite nice because it all goes in together. So you can see that all coming together. It's still just a little bit crumbly, so it won't particularly drop off your spoon too easy. So I'm just going to add a little bit more milk. One mistake I made when I first did it was put too much milk in, so the rock cakes were more light and fluffy than rock-like. And give it a really good mix in. And there is your cake mixture. And it should be able to pick it up and then just be like quite a gooey dough. And then all you need to do is take your baking tray, take a dessert spoon, it's about the right size, and then take a big piece of your mixture and pop it on the tray. And this mixture should make about 8 rock cakes. And if you just pop them a few centimetres apart so they've got room to rise. And then they go in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. So, and then leave them to cool on a wire rack, ready to eat. And I've got some, so half they've been in the oven. Here's some. This is what hopefully they should look like when they come out. Obviously rock cakes are a bit of a naughty treat, which we all deserve. If you did want to try and make your rock cakes a little bit healthier, one of the things we've made is some goji berries, which you can pop in to Tesco's and pick up. They're in the fruit section normally, and you can put them on your cereal, so on your porridge or something in the morning. You can add them to smoothies. And what I did at the weekend was make some goji berry jam, which tastes better than it looks. And you can pop those with your rock cakes to try and make them a bit healthier. One of the reasons we've been looking at goji berries is the University of California are currently looking into a lot of research. It's believed to be beneficial to eye health, and particular patients with age-related macular degeneration. And it contains 2 to 4 times the amount of antioxidants than blueberries, so they're a lot better for you than blueberries. The only thing we would say is if you take anticoagulants such as warfarin, apixaban, etc., is just check with your GP before you start eating lots of goji berries, because it is thought to alter your INR levels slightly, so just double check before you start consuming lots of goji berries.